ไม่สรุป
Will the virtuous Sangha, out of compassion, for the sake of this assembly and all living beings, please turn the wonderful Dharma wheel to teach and guide us how to end birth and death, leave suffering and attain bliss, and quickly realize non-birth. Cung thính đại đức tạng thịnh, vì thứ pháp hội cấp nhất thiết chúng sanh. Xin chuyên diệu vào luân giao đạo ngã môn, như há liêu sanh thoát tư ly khổ đắc lạc, thất chứng vô sanh. Homage to the Blessed, Noble, and Perfectly Enlightened One. Namo Sadanto Suchedo Ye Ula Hudi Samyao San Puto She. Namo Tadakha Toya Daya Lahade Tam Yu Tambo Da Toa. The unsurpassed, profound, subtle, and wonderful Dharma in 100,000 million aeons is difficult to encounter. Now that I'm able to see and hear, I will receive and maintain it. I vow to fathom the thus come one's true and actual principles. Wu shang sheng she wei miao fa bai jian wan jie nan zao yu. 我今见闻得受持，愿解如来真实义。O Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, Venerable Huineng, Venerable YongHua, Venerable Left-Form people, and all good knowing advisors, Emituofo. Chư Phật Bồ Tát kính thưa Lục Tổ, Thầy Tiến Hóa, quý thầy cô và quý vị thiện tri thức A Di Đà Phật. Chư Phật Bồ Tát, Liêu Tử, Sư Phụ, Sang Rần,各位出家人，各位上智士，阿弥陀佛。 Today is the 27th of June, halfway through the year 2021 already. We're back at Way Mountain Temple to continue discussing the Sixth Patriarch Sutra. We are on the final chapter, chapter 10, and his final instruction to his disciples. Slide 139. I was thinking, it dawned on me that we're coming to the end of this, and has been like 4 years approximately, 4 years or so. And I feel that the first half was quite different from the second half, drastically different, because I changed in the last 2 years. Too much stress, too much pressure. I can't take it anymore. So I was thinking, after this, we could switch to the Avatamsaka Sutra, or I can redo the first half of the sutra, of the sixth Patriarch Sutra, so that it's consistent. But if there's no interest, we just ignore it and move on to other horizons. So how do you feel? Shall we have a survey? Can I have some input from you? Is that how you feel about this? Would you like to move on, or would like me to redo the first half? So that might take another 2 years. Could be a little bit faster, could be a little bit slower. If faster, if I'm lazy. Slower, if I get senile. Yes, purple.
I wasn't here the first 2 years of you doing this sutra, and I feel like I personally have a lot more to learn from the Sixth Patriarch. So I wouldn't mind if you redid it.
Okay, I have one redo. The rest of you, no opinion. Yes, raise your hand and wait until someone gives you a microphone. But I know some people would be unhappy because they started transcribing already years ago. And you never know what I'm going to say next, so it's basically you have to redo everything.
Redo, please type.
Redo, that's 2. So the rest, hey, hi, Princess. How about the rest of you? So I have 2 redos. No? Okay. I have 1. Nah. So 2 to 1. Anyone else would like to tip the balance? What do you want? Don't understand. No comprende.
네, 달마 스님 그 법문을 다시 한번 해주시면 더 감사하겠습니다, 마스터.
Oh, I can hear. My God, I can hear this thing. What? No? What did she say?
Master, if you could redo that Sixth Patriarch, we appreciate it.
Can't hear you.
Master, if you could re-lecture the Sixth Patriarch.
Okay, which one is mine?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so 2 to 2. Oh, wow, it gets more complicated. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. How about you in Korea? This means what? Means what? Right means what? Left means what? Okay, I guess undecided. Q&A. I can get used to it. Redo. Okay. All right, that's 3 to 2, 4 to 2. How about QA still has a question? Go ahead. Okay, JMT, Korea.
Master, we have 5 down for redo the
5 redo. And who's the one who wants to move on?
Just all of us want to redo the 6 Patriarch Sutra.
Redo 6 Patriarch Sutra is heavily weighted towards Koreans now. Okay, anyone else? Do we hear more objections? Do we hear people who want to move on? Okay, move on. That's 20 to 4. But there's still time, there's still chances. Take your vote, okay? Would you like to redo or move on? Okay, anyway, call me, email me. If some of you I know are shy, so. Okay, we're on slide 139. Sutra text. You certainly have no doubts and are worthy of the great work. According to the meaning of the transmission verse of the first Patriarch Bodhidharma, the robe should not be transmitted. His verse said,
决定无疑，堪任大事。然据先祖达摩大师复受记忆，依不合传，记曰。
Okay, very good. The sixth patriarch told his disciples, new section now. He says, you certainly have no doubts, okay, and are worthy of the great work. Okay, I am certain. Okay, I'm certain. It's a very strong statement from the patriarch. He says, I'm certain, okay, that you have no doubts. Okay, meaning that these people's kung fu are pretty high. Okay, it's about second stage arhat or higher. It's no doubt. So we need to raise our standards as well. Instead of me asking you for first stage arhat, I think we should bring it up to second stage arhat. Just keep up with the patriarch's disciples. We beat the other patriarch disciples already. You know what I mean? Now let's go for the big kahuna. Okay, so we agree? Second stage arhat for you lay people? Can I get some input from you? And we went, huh? Wouldn't that be cool? If we can keep up with 6 patriarch before he left, right here is the proof that his disciples reach at least second stage arhat. That's when they have no more doubts. And he's pretty certain, meaning he certified. You have no more doubts. It's very powerful statements. And are worthy of the great work. Another confirmation. You're worthy of the great work. Meaning what? It means that I feel comfortable giving you this assigning this great work to you. Meaning you're capable. You see, I don't think my late Chinese teacher ever said that he certified they have no doubts, okay, which is not possible for them, his disciples. And he never said that you're worthy of great work either. So you see, there's a difference in the greatness, the great results here, okay, between my late Chinese teacher versus the other great Chinese teacher. You see that? Results don't lie. Okay, question on JMT.
doubts.
Yes. They still have doubts. They still have subtle doubts. Okay. Second stage would have no more doubts. Okay. They are committed.
The doubts or the teacher?
Yeah, something like that. Okay. Low level, they can't help themselves. They have doubts. Will sneak in and mess them up. There's nothing you can do. They can talk all they want. They can say, I will follow you for life. I will this. I will do that. And then something happens, and they doubts creeped in. There's nothing you can do. Okay, so that's why for us, professional, we look at you and say, yeah, I know you have no doubts when you say that I know. When you say I don't, I committed to the great work. Okay, that means that they have no more doubts. Okay, and they're worthy, meaning here also means that you're capable. For me to assign this work to you, I feel that it's in good hands. That we will be able to deliver. Okay, that's why you're worthy for me to give this assignment to you and the great work. Whatever the great work means. I don't know what he asked for from his disciples in terms of great work. Maybe the Chinese can tell us what it is in their tradition. Ours is different, theirs different. Okay, so I don't know. But there's some great work here that he's been priming them all these years, okay? Because the great teacher like him, he can see, he has his vision, so he paves the way for them to be able to continue to do this great work, whatever they were doing, okay? Just like we in a small way, and we started like 10 years ago, started investing in internet, in computers, in audio, video systems, and so forth, so that you can speak Dharma as well. You can help speak Dharma from your perspective, not just from my perspective alone. You see? So we're all speaking Dharma. So we all are doing the Dharma propagation. Okay? It's tremendous blessings for you to be able to do that. So don't be shy, okay? If you can speak your mind, and it's not about right and wrong. It's just that you're wrong, I correct you. Okay? Do it now before it's too late. All right, so it's a great work. Whatever the great work here, he been preparing them for, okay? Next. According to the meaning of the transmission verse of the great first Patriarch Bodhidharma, the robe should not be transmitted. So the sixth Patriarch, the first Patriarch, first Chinese Patriarch from India, made a prediction already. He says, so the first 6 generations of patriarchs in China, we need to transmit the robe because people did not have faith. Faith was inadequate. Okay, so the next patriarch have to show them the robe, okay, to prove that they are the designated patriarchs. Okay, but after that, there's no more need. It should not be transmitted. Okay, YouTube comment.
Master, speaking the first half of the 6th patriarch would be great.
Okay.
I also would like to request Master to do the second half of the Patriarch Sutra regarding the Bodhisattva part that is missing.
Yeah. You see, you guys are so greedy. Yes, it's true. I could have done much better the second part on the Bodhisattva teachings, on the Varsha Sutra. But then somebody will be so unhappy. Somebody transcribed virtually the whole sutra already, and now it's another 2 years, by the way. But let's think about that, because in 2 years we probably will change your mind again. But if we redo the 6 patriarch, we move it to Saturday so that it's Saturday's chant, okay? And then move the Avatamsaka Sutra to Sundays, okay? So because Saturday is easier for Asians as well, because it's still part of the weekend. Yes, Red Bear.
Master, previously, Master has been speaking English and Vietnamese together. So in this way, if we were to redo it, the English part would be a better flow.
Yeah, but then you're missing the Vietnamese. That's a weakness.
We have your original voice in English, so if they want to learn, they're going to learn English here in America. So.
No, the Vietnamese. When I spoke the sutra in both languages, I didn't exactly have a one-to-one translation. Yeah, so that's one more advantage as well. I can speak quicker and maybe, or whatever more. Okay.
Emituofo.
Okay, anything else? All right. Okay, so the first patriarch saw a vision. He says, I'm here to bring the Mahayana Dharma to you. Okay, I don't have a problem because you, my disciples, have no problems. So I need to transmit the robe to the next patriarchs 6 times. 6 generations, and after that, it's no longer necessary. It becomes a burden to transmit the robe, and maybe by then, the robe might not be in good condition anymore. All right, so it should not be transmitted, and probably maybe someday we find out why not. Okay, but it's not so much that the robe doesn't need to be transmitted. He says should not be transmitted. He says actually transmitting the robe would be a bad idea. We find out later, hopefully. All right, his verse said, 141. Yes, Q&A.
Master, is no doubt the sentence no faith, or if one has looked out, one's going to have faith. Last as you mentioned, someone went from left from second stage to third stage, and last Tranquil in the required phase.
I missed a lot. Is it the internet transmission or what? It breaks up a little bit, so I missed the first 3 sentences. Let's try it again, please. Repeat.
Can someone has no doubt but still faith?
Can someone have doubt and still have faith?
No, the other way around.
Can
No
someone
doubt,
have faith
but
and still
still
have
have
doubts? Yes, of course. Doubts has many levels. Okay, so it's not the way you think. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Okay, what I refer to in terms of doubts there for second stage arhats are the kinds that's different from low levels, because it's at low levels when they lack doubt, when they have doubts, okay, it's difficult to undo that, to teach them. Whereas high level, they still have doubts, but they can be taught, okay? So that's the big difference, okay? Of course, you always have doubts, but it's the severity and it differs at your different levels. Again, low level and second stage arhat would have doubts, that have the kind of doubts that it's much harder to undo. That's why it's easy for people to slander the Dharma, because the low-level people would buy into it, whereas second-stage arhats or higher would not. Okay, much easier to undo it in their hearts. Yes, they have some doubts themselves, higher levels, but it's relatively easy to undo them. You can teach them. Okay, you can reverse that. Low level, personally, I don't feel it's worth it. It's not my problem. Okay, you have doubts, that's your problem. I'm not here to resolve your doubts. Okay? I have work to do. Don't worry about your doubts. All right, Sutra text. Originally, I came to this land, transmitting Dharma, saving confused living beings. When flower opens, 5 petals, and the fruit comes to bear of itself.
无本来兹土，传法救迷情。一华开5叶，结果自然成。
Let's change the translation a little bit. And that's what happens if I ever do this. I would change the translation, okay? Because I'm liking these translations less and less, okay? I just feel they missed the point. His teaching, his Bodhidharma's words are so powerful. And the translation waters it down too much. Okay, that's annoying to me. So, first line, originally I came to this land. Okay, that's good. Meaning that this is his way of saying, I traveled long distances, endured many hardships in order to come to this land. That's what he means. That's the premise. Why do I have to endure all this hard work? Why did I choose to endure your slander, endure your sliding the Dharma and all the hardships and lack of food and lack of shelter? Huh? I have to sit for 9 years, facing a wall. Jesus should have at least a window. What's the matter with you? Huh? You disciples. Huh? How could you let a patriarch sit in a wall? At least give him a window seat. Okay? So he says, I labor and I really have to suffer to come to this land. That's what he means. Next. 传法救迷情. Okay. To transmit the Dharma, to save confused living beings. There's no comma in between. He's very active. He says, I came here to this land to teach you this Dharma. This Dharma here is able to save confused living beings. To you Chinese people, okay? I gave you this Dharma to you Chinese people in order to save confused Chinese people. There's no internet, there's nothing back then, so this is what I'm doing. Okay? Very powerful statement. Okay? That's how the Chinese hear it. If, however, the other patriarch hear it as, I transmit this Dharma here, okay, that he's giving to us The people who are responsible for, who are capable of doing the great work, will hear it differently. They say, he came to this land here to give us this Dharma here, okay? Confer upon us this important Dharma here, okay? In order for us to practice and develop the ability to save all living beings, not just Chinese. You see a difference between people who are lower than second stage Arhat. They don't see, oh, he give it to us, Chinese people. But the people who are capable of doing the great work would hear differently. Is that clear? Okay, so he gave us the Dharma, give him the Dharma, in order for us to save confused living beings. Okay? So, no transmitting. To transmit the Dharma to save confused living beings. Next. One flower opens, 5 petals. What's the rest? Oh, okay, and okay. So he says, one flower opens. That flower happens to have 5 petals. Okay, so one flower. One flower is me. 5 petals is 5 descendants. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 patriarchs. Okay, so he says, this Mahayana flower that I'm opening to you, okay, will have 5 direct descendants, okay, and these next patriarchs, okay. All right, next, the fruit, 自然成, and the fruit naturally becomes ripe. Okay, so this translation here, it misses the mark completely. 结果, the fruition, okay, or the fruit, that's fine, because you have a flower here, so you have a fruit, that's not a problem. The fruit naturally, becomes, the fruit will naturally ripen. That's how I would translate it. Will naturally ripen. Okay, let me explain. When you have a flower, you have a fruit. Flowers are typically, especially in lotus flowers, they have a fruit. Okay? Do they have a fruit? Lotus, do they have fruit? They do? They do? Huh? Yeah? How come I never ate it? Did I? Did you serve me fruit? Lotus fruit? You only ate it for ate yourself and you never gave me lotus fruit? Huh? So she says only Vietnam has the fruit, so only Vietnamese have the fruits, and for us, we don't matter. Yeah, we don't have any fruits. What kind of fruit is that? It's not here. So someone tells me what is the fruit for a lotus flower. I never saw it before. Huh? Blue.
Chai hột sen đó thầy.
Huh?
Chai hột sen á. Thưa thầy dùng chai hột sen đó.
That's the fruit?
Thì có cái hột đó, cái hột trong cái trái.
No, that's the seed. You don't call that fruit. Oh, that thing is a fruit, and then that's the seed. But that fruit is not even sweet. You can't call that fruit. You guys are cheating.
Thưa thầy, không có quả sao có hột được, không có quả sao có hột được.
It's okay. The Vietnamese are weird. It's okay. Ignore them. Yeah. Yeah. Did you have something to say, Purple?
When a fruit flowers, a fruit it's not a fruit anymore. A fruit is before it flowers open. When it flowers, I don't think it's a fruit.
Yeah, the flowers then becomes later. There's a fruit after the flowers. That's my point.
I always thought the flower was after the fruit. I don't know.
Maybe in Mexico, but not in Vietnam. Okay, so the fruit will naturally ripen. Okay, this has multiple meanings. Okay, so he said, the flower, okay, is simply not just a thing of adornment. This Mahayana actually has something concrete, a fruit. Okay, it bears fruits. Okay, meaning that this fruit here refers to enlightenment. He came to China in order to bring transmit the Dharma that will generate flowers and fruits. Okay, and the flowers are the adornments. Okay. Adornments to the world. Okay, you can see that as an example on how the Japanese culture, the Zen culture, is influenced. The influence of Zen on the Japanese culture. You know, the Japanese Zen gardens and Zen flower arrangements and you name it. Okay, and that's the adornment of flowers here. It refers to the fact that wisdom brings adornments to the world. It's not meant for us to be, isolate ourselves. We're supposed to adorn the world. Wisdom adorns the world. Okay? And furthermore, it's more than just adornments. It also has a fruit that is useful to you, that provides nutrition for you. Okay? So in a worldly perspective, it provides nutrition for you, meaning that it makes your body stronger, okay? Makes your mind more healthy. All right? That's way before the dietitians here claim that we should eat more fruits. Just in case you haven't noticed. Okay? So this fruit here actually is a gift to the world, okay? That is very useful to the world. So far, so good. So this fruit is for real. But on the abstract sense, the fruit here is the objective of planting the seeds, which is enlightenment. Okay? The fruit will naturally ripen. Naturally, 自然, okay, Chinese 自然 here. Naturally, meaning that it is a natural process. You cannot be artificial. You cannot force it. Okay, so it's natural. Okay, it's best. Buddhism is it's a natural, a way of nature. It's a natural way where you can be yourself. You don't have to pretend to be someone else. Okay, and that's how you can bear the fruit. Let's see. That's the most efficient way to bear the fruit is do it naturally. Okay, and the fruit will ripen. Ripen, that's it's of value, okay, naturally. All right. So he's talking about a process where this Mahayana teaching here, is Mahayana spiritual practice, will produce enlightenment naturally. At times, you could say effortlessly. All right? It's possible. Questions or comments? So that's what the verse is about so far. Okay? So you see, the way we translate it is more active, proactive. I came to this land to transmit the Dharma, to save confused living beings. That's his whole sole purpose, is to teach us in order to save confused living beings. One flower opens, I reveal myself, okay? It has 5 petals. I planted the seeds, okay, for these 5 generations. And in each generation, the enlightenment will happen naturally. Questions, comments? All right, moving on. 143, Sutra text. The master added, all of you good known advisors should purify your minds and listen to my explanation of the Dharma.
师复曰：诸善知识，汝等个个静心，听吾说法。
All right. So, all of you good known advisors, okay, meaning those of you who are knowledgeable, who have some wisdom, should purify your minds. What does purify your minds mean? Simply, don't think. Don't analyze. Don't try to compare. Don't try to understand. Okay? We're not talking about that you must sit there and all of a sudden become wood or stone. When I said don't try, don't think, don't try to understand, the key word is to try. Okay? Don't sit there. Many of you come to listen to these lectures, whether it's classes of Buddhology at universities, or you come here and very well read and very knowledgeable, and you try, your first reaction is you try to understand what I'm talking about. He says, don't do that. Purify your mind. Don't try. Don't even try to understand. I'm spelling it out for you because no one did it for the Chinese. Okay? And we need to save ourselves time. You cannot afford to do it, to go slow like the Chinese people. Let the Asians do it their way. We don't have time. Okay? Purify your mind here. Stop thinking. Stop trying to understand. It's not the way you think. Whatever you can understand, that's not it. So don't even bother. Don't even try. Yes, you too.
Diego asks, so he came to this world out of compassion instead of karmic retribution?
He's a patriarch. I have no clues. Please don't ask me about why he's doing it. Okay? It's way beyond my realm. I won't even attempt to explain to you why he does it. But in general, these patriarchs, they have tremendous wisdom. They operate a different plane than we do. So I won't even try to explain to you why he's doing it, or try to even try to understand him. That would be a waste of time. I can't, honestly. There's no way for me to understand him. No way. Okay? Because I look at the great Bodhidharma's teachings, I say, no, I can't touch this. Okay? I can't teach it like him. Forget it. So, way beyond me. So, once I know that, when I decided that, I gave up trying to understand him. Okay? Or try to explain why he's doing certain things for you. Okay? So, should purify your mind. Okay? So don't make the mistake. Just to purify your mind, just sit there. Okay? If you sit there, you have some doubts, some questions, by all means ask. It's perfectly okay. But the key is don't try. If these questions arise naturally, without trying, they are healthy questions. Okay? Because you are not wood yet. You are not stone yet. We need more time on that. And so these questions, okay, the doubts will naturally arise in your mind. It's okay. That's natural. Okay? So purify your mind. Just relax. Don't try so hard. You have nothing to prove here. We have nothing to prove ourselves. Okay? So that's how we purify our minds. And listen to my explanation of the Dharma. And simply listen. Here. This is how I'm going to give you my wisdom. Through your ears. And wisdom will come to you naturally without you having to make any efforts. Just listen. All right? Don't try so hard. In particular, you smart people, don't try to understand. There's nothing to understand. Nothing whatsoever. Whatever you can understand is not what I'm trying to teach you. That's what he's saying. And that's the truth. Only in Mahayana you have this instruction. Hinayana it says, whatever I say to you, it makes sense, use it. Does it make sense? Think about it. Okay? And you can think about it, it has to make sense to you. Mahayana is totally different. Okay? Just listen. Doesn't have to make sense to you. Questions? Oh, we have special effects. Now I can have a beat my own drums. Okay, sorry about that. I love toys. What? Is there such a thing here? Do we have this? Do we miss some text somewhere? If you wish to realize all knowledge, you must understand that samadhi one mark and samadhi one conduct. Probably later. We should move this. Okay, we ignore this 145 for now. Excuse us. There's a problem here with the text. Let's move on to 146. Sorry about this. Sutra text. If you do not dwell in marks anywhere, and while in the midst of marks, do not give rise to hate or love, do not grasp or reject.
若于一切处而不住相，于彼相中不生憎爱，亦无取舍。
Okay, 147.
Okay.
有一切处不住相。If If you do not dwell in marks anywhere, that's fine. In English, you have to translate it like that. The Chinese is actually stresses more anywhere, whereas English we stress not dwell in marks. But it's okay. It's the same meaning. And the Chinese here, there's a reason why he said it that way. But anyway, never mind. We can live with this. If we do not dwell, you do not dwell in marks anywhere. Okay. Again, marks is a concept in Mahayana you need to be aware of. Marks are basically things, anything we can register through our sense organs, through your ears, through your eyes, through your nose, through your skin, what else? Through your tongue, through your brains. Okay, if you see a color is a mark. If you hear musical note, you hear sound is a mark. Okay? If you smell fragrance, I keep on using Chanel number 5. I'm kind of boring. Is there any new ones I should be aware of? Okay, you smell fragrance. I refuse to quote like Brute 33 or, gosh, we don't call those fragrances. Excuse me, sorry, I'm opinionated. So fragrances are marks, tastes, salty. Today we had some tacos, so we have some hot stuff. We have some Mexican flavors, okay? Those are marks, okay? How about your touch? We humans love things that are slippery and what's the Chinese word? 滑脚. Is there such a thing? Smooth and smooth and slippery. Huh? So that's why we like the skins to be smooth and so that's our humans' attachment.
这就是
Yes or no? I know some of you prefer rough and anyone? Ray. Eunuch. We don't know how eunuchs behave. But, typically, the normal person, we love smooth and slippery, okay? Smooth and flowing. We don't like, roughness, like sandpaper. Yeah, yuck, So that's our touch. Sense of touch has an attachment, very heavy attachment to that, okay? And of course, our eyes, I don't know what you like. I know what I like. Money. Okay? So, $100 bills. Yes, YouTube.
Diego asks, are labels marks too?
What? Labels?
Labels.
Like what? What are labels?
I guess something you stick on or you call something, that would be a label.
You mean like the label in the back of your shirt? That's a mark, definitely. Okay? How about a label on a product? That's also a mark. Yes? Labeling someone as a Republican, also not a mark. Yes? So all those All those differentiations through our sense organs are marks. So what does it mean? Basically, YouTube, go ahead.
Yeah. Diego says labels like titles.
Titles. Like what kind of titles? Are you talking about book title? Where The Old Man and the Sea? Or Crime and Punishment? Huh? What's your preference? Yes, those are marks as well. So basically, in essence, everything you see has marks. Whatever words you describe, whatever you observe, are basically descriptions of the marks. Okay? So the outside world to us, okay, can be described by marks. It's all marks outside of us. Okay? That's how we operate. So he says, don't dwell in marks anyway. I'm debating whether I would use on versus in. Okay? I prefer on. I don't like in. In says I'm inside. So Mark is bigger than me. It's not about that. The emphasis here is for you, not for you to disassociate yourself from the marks. So don't dwell on that mark. Don't dwell on this mark. You see that? So it's on instead of in. So far, so good? So don't dwell on any marks. Okay? Anywhere, wherever you are. You come to the temple, whatever we just tell you, listen to the lecture, don't dwell on trying to make sense out of it. Okay? You don't go to a concert and expect, to have a great time. That's dwelling on a mark of great time. So far, so good? So don't dwell on any marks. Just let it happen naturally. So far, so good? Relax. Don't try so hard. Okay? You can try so hard, but then, he's trying so hard, but then there's so much that he can do, you just have to wait. See, Fred is waiting for something to happen that would catch his attention. Until then, he relaxes. You see that? That's how you don't dwell on marks. Have you noticed? He's relaxed. Whereas when he was at the station, he was, right? He's like this constantly. But when he's listened, just like him, you should just listen and something will happen naturally. You don't have to worry about a thing. He still gets paid. Okay? You will get what you want. Okay? So far, so good? Okay. That's how you you're in a state of readiness. Because when something happens, you catch it sooner. Where you sit there and say, when is it going to happen? When is disaster going to strike us? When something's going to happen to embarrass me? Huh? Okay? There's no need for that. Just relax and react. You're fastest. Okay? Same thing when you're in a fight. Okay? You're boxing, in a boxing ring. Okay? You have to relax so that you can react faster. Okay? In any type of attempts, endeavors that's important to you, you have to be able to learn to relax. And so that you're a lot faster. You can adapt a lot faster. Okay? So much more listening to the Dharma. Okay? So that's what he says. Do not dwell in marks anywhere, including a boxing ring. Okay? While in the midst of marks. Okay? In the midst of mark. That's how we are. We are surrounded by marks. Okay? So if you are at an advanced level, you learn to relax. Wherever you are, you're very relaxed. Okay? Because we are in the midst of marks. Isn't that cool? Don't be so obsessed. Don't be so hard on yourself. Okay? Do not give rise to hate or love. Do not grasp or reject. Okay? In particular, there are some pitfalls here that we are very vulnerable to. We have a tendency to 生憎愛, okay? You give rise to anger or hate. Hate is very strong anger, much stronger anger, okay? And I is love, okay? So strong love and strong anger. Strong attraction, strong rejection. Don't reject. Don't grasp either. Okay? It's just like a baby. Let her prance around. Why I keep on hitting this microphone here? Sorry, guys. Is it, you go deaf? No? Does it bother you? It doesn't bother me. That's why I keep on doing it. But look at that girl in blue. Okay? Let her be. Okay? Let her move around. Okay? Let her be herself. Okay? So that's that. You just say, "Oh, what a cute girl," and that's it. You're done. That's normal, right? Cute girl, done. Don't say, "Oh, what a cute girl." What happens to you? You are committed. You dead. When you something happens, you cannot react quickly enough. Okay, so the thought, oh, cute one. It comes naturally, let go. Okay? Love. Hatred. I can't think of anyone I hate except for backstabbers. Never mind. Never mind. Do not grasp or reject, okay? Because that's our tendency. We want more. So we grasp. And grasping comes from love. We cannot let go. We want to make it ours. We want it to last. Okay? Because only because we don't understand that we can have love, we can have fun, we can have entertainment, because it's the natural retribution for our blessings. You don't need to grasp it. You know, your wife loves you because she loves you, because it's your blessings. You don't need to worry about it. Does she love me enough? There's no need to worry about that. Just be yourself. Okay? Will I like me? Will you like me? Will my lecture be good enough? Who cares? Okay? You got it? Okay? Don't grasp, nor should you reject. In particular for you who are in a position of power. Okay? You know how hurtful it is for you to reject people? It hurts. It hurts a lot. It scars people. It scars them up here. Okay. I will control myself and not reject the non-Buddhists. Next, 148. Sutra text. And do not consider advantage, success, or failures, etc., while in the midst of marks, but instead remain tranquil and calm and unperturbed. Then you will have achieved the samadhi of one mark.
不念利益、成坏等事，安闲恬静，虚荣淡泊，此名一向三昧。
All right. This is so good. I mean, this is it's so fantastic. But I don't know. I can explain it to you. Let me give it a try. Okay. 不念利益. Okay. We are seeking advantages, don't we? That's what we do all day. Yes? That's how we are trained to operate, looking and seizing advantages. Yes? If you don't, someone else will. That's our rationale, that's our excuse. Right? It's there for the taking. What's the matter with you? Just pick up the flower. Why not? Pick up the dollar bill. Right? No, it's somebody touched that thing. Push number 1 again. That's all. It's okay. And then shoot her. Is that the spy number 1 who did it? Is that what you mean, a spy number 2? Okay, yeah, question number 2. I think we just skip the spy because it's so derogative. We all know who she is. So number 2.
Master, since we're on the topic of mark, could you explain the karmic reason or seed of Buddhism's point of view on when somebody is so crazy about something, like the dojo game? Like I know people that they watch the dojo game and they're so crazy about it and they would cry and jump up and down and they're just so absolutely into it and it's just like, it's so crazy that you cannot control. Is there any demon or anything related to this attachment? Is there specific seed for this kind of attachment? How do we get rid of it?
Oh my God, I can understand her. Thank you. Suddenly, my hearing came back. I thought they've been conspiring, the spies, to make me believe that I lost my hearing. So what was the question again? I was so excited. Oh, this is so cool. And I didn't even listen to what she said.
What is the karmic
And then
cause?
I could even hear it here. If I don't like it, I just tune it down. I just don't listen to you.
What
Sorry.
is the karmic cause for people who are so crazy about something like dojo game or anything that you're so crazy about? How do we take care of that?
I hate to sound discompassionate, but who cares? If they're crazy about Dodgers games or the Rams games or whatever, it's their problem. What's the matter with you? They need fans to make a living. Have some compassion.
A mark.
You want me to be discompassionate towards them or towards the Dodgers owners?
Neither is toward this mark, this super crazy about one mark. What is the karmic reason? How do you get rid of that?
Enjoy it. I'm attached to the marks of microphones now. I'm enjoying myself. What's wrong with that? Can't you live a little? There's time for you not to be attached. It's time for you to be attached. Let me warn you. Just because you can disassociate yourself from marks doesn't mean you should not be attached to marks. How can you show love to your husband if you're not attached to his cute nose? Huh? His money? No? Come on. How can you stay married? Come on, let's face it. We teach you to become enlightened, not be attached to marks, and you go home and say, hey, honey, I'm sorry, all these years I loved you, I thought the world of you. Now Master has taught me not to be attached to you anymore. That's how Mackenzie Scott got divorced from Mr. Bezos. Huh? Come on, guys. There's a time for you. What we're talking about here is a time for you to be able to disassociate yourself from marks by choice. And there's a time where you should be attached to marks because it's called what? Living. How can you show love to your mother if you're not attached to her? Seriously. But it's there's times where you should be able to be free from that attachment to your mother so that you can show that attachment more intensively when the time comes. So you learn Buddhism so that you are able to love more intensely. Okay? The Chinese monks and nuns don't want to talk about this. But that's the truth of Mahayana, is that we learn to let go so that when it's time for us to live, we can live fully. Not to reject life, folks. I don't want you to continue listening to this, learn Mahayana, and say, oh, I'm going to be above it all. I'm going to, remain tranquil and calm in all times and all places. That's for these patriarchs. These for the monks and nuns who are superior. We're not. We're human beings. We have families to love, girlfriends to adore. Huh? If they're important to you, that's all I'm saying. I'm advocating. I'm trying to tell you that the Chinese, the way they learn Mahayana, they don't understand. That's why those Chinese who speak Dharma to you and say, you should not talk about sex, you don't talk about love, you don't talk about money. What's the matter with you? Yes, Catholic.
I mean, my own opinion is that there should be time for everything, but at the same time remembering you're not part of the world, but you're in the world. That means that, yes, you could go to parties and still be a Buddhist or Catholic, but that means that you're not going to break those precepts. It's just that it means that you have to be there.
Wow, I understand him too. It's too much. This is too exciting. My heart can't take it. What I'm advocating, the Mahayana that I'm talking about, is about having choices. Okay? That's what Mahayana really means. We're teaching you right here not to be attached to advantage, because your mind tends to be stuck on seeking advantages. I mean, my mind. Sorry, I didn't mean yours. You peer. Yes? Comfort. See, this is an attachment to comfort, advantage over the rest of us. Okay? It's a petty mind. Come on, folks. The mind who constantly looking for advantages is very petty. Anyone like that? No one, right? We're above. I mean, except for Andreas. The rest of us, we have wisdom. We're not attached to advantages, right? Success or failures. Because it's a matter of pride. I admitted to you that failure kills me. I see every time I fail, I see things. You know, how could it happen to me? Yeah. Success, we brag about it. We're so lowly. You know? So he says, do not consider, okay? Do not Dien. Dien here is not consider. Okay? Dien here, yes, consider, but it's more than consider. Remember, Dien is Dienful. It's mindful. Do not insist. It's not consider. Do not insist on advantages. Do not insist for success or failure. Hey, Chinese people, you agree with me? The Dien here is not mindful, it's not consider, it's insist. This is petty minds that says, I need advantages, like spy number one. You know, I'm Chiu Chao. I look for advantages. She's now become a statue. All of a sudden. Before, I would speak Dharma to her and say, But when I talk about her seeking advantages, okay, we're so petty, okay, and we're so self-centered, success or failure. These are very self-centered people, okay, and do not insist. It's not consider. Consider is still, you're evaluating. So no, Dien here is to be constantly mindful of advantages of success or failure. Does it help? You see, the English translation really sucks. Don't you think? If I explain it to you like that, it's not consider. Agree or disagree? Huh? Agree or disagree? See? I insist. YouTube, go ahead.
Vicki says, thank you, Master. I'm grateful that we can be in the world and be part of our families, and still, when we need to, we can drop the attachment. We must relate to the world.
It's not just you, Brady. I'm asking my left home people. If you learn to be detached from advantages, detached from marks, can you afford to be detached from marks yourselves while being here at the temple? Can you be detached from marks when you talk to people? Can you show compassion when you don't feel anything inside of you? How is it possible? It's impossible for you to have great compassion because it hurts. You cannot have compassion unless you hurt yourself. Come on. The people, the Chinese and Vietnamese and Taiwanese and all the Asian who says, aren't you supposed to be above all this? Yes. At the proper times. Questions, comments? See, that's Mahayana. It's not one-sided. Mahayana is, man, you're so pure. You're in a total Babel where you are completely unafflicted, have no feeling whatsoever for anyone. When they are suffering out there, Okay? It's their problem. I'm pure. I am in a tower of Babel. Babel Tower. Is it Bagel or Babel? Okay? I'm pure. I'm Ayatollah. I'm Dalai Lama. I'm above you. No. There's a time for that. When you go back to your tower, absolutely. Detach. But when you engage, you have to engage. Does it make sense? That's Mahayana. Hinayana said, no, you are impure. I don't want anything to do with you. You're Catholic. Not even Buddhist. What's the point in me spending time with you? You don't understand anyway. Oh, excuse me. You know what I mean? There's a time for everything. You see, Mahayana is lively. You live your life fully. Full integration, full engagement. That's Mahayana. But instead, going back to 149, instead, remain tranquil and calm. Okay? What's the difference between tranquil and calm? And unperturbed. Okay. Let me change it, the translation. May I? Okay. Yeah. The translators don't know what they're talking about. Moral. Okay? An here is at peace. Okay? Dien here, leisurely. What's it? Ho? Huh? I don't recognize this Chinese character. Someone helps me out. Dien? What does it mean? Someone. Look it up in a dictionary and see which one I like. See? Fool herself. I'm cool. Yeah? What's Dien? Someone. Help me. Let me choose a meaning. Yes. Blue. Look it up, look it up. Yes.
Yeah. Anh xin là Phật thưa Thầy. As a mom, con rất là attached to my children. And when somebody know that I just recently retired, they told me that just drop everything because they all grow up. So I didn't feel comfortable with that advisor. So what do you think, Thầy? Thank you.
Okay. Repeat the question, please. Because the first half is volume is too low.
Yeah. As a mom, I love my children very much. And when someone find out that I just recently retired, they advise me that just
You
drop
retired?
Yes, sir.
When?
Since May.
Huh?
Since May.
Since May?
Yeah.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Should have a retirement thing for her.
So they
So
told
for
me
real
that,
now? So you don't go to work anymore?
No, Thầy.
So what do you do then with your time?
Do all of the job that you gave it to me, reciting the sutra and mantra.
Okay.
So they told me that my
Congratulations,
children,
by the way.
Thank you. Thầy.
Yeah, it's cool. So you have pension and everything?
No pension. Thầy.
No pension?
Yeah.
Okay. Money isn't everything. You have a lot of working children.
Yeah.
Great jobs. Go
So
on.
my children, they told me that my children only grow up. So why don't you drop them, forget everything, and come over here and live? I don't feel comfortable with that. So what's your advice, Thầy? Thank you.
Live. Don't retire like that. You're gonna die very quickly. Problem with retired people, and it's known fact, they cut off themselves and say, I don't want to engage anymore. That's when you lose part of your life. You don't engage anymore. You have to find something to engage yourself to make life worth living. Okay? Painting, find some passions. Just because you're not working anymore, it means that you have to find a way to engage your thinking mind. Okay? With your mind stops thinking, you die very quickly. See, in Buddhism, I want you to understand this. Okay? We learn to use our thinking mind. We don't reject it. It's part of life. We used to thinking our entire lives. That's what keeps us going our entire lives. So when you retire, and retired people say, I want to stop using my mind, I just indulge in myself, all the things, they gain weight, and their mind dies, okay? And they get diabetes because they're too fat, and all those things. That's why it's deadly. Retirement can be deadly, okay? Unless you find a way to engage your mind into something that you enjoy. Before, difference between retirement and non-retirement is that retirement, you don't have the pressure of making ends meet anymore. However, the mind still needs to engage into something that's of this world. Otherwise, you have no more connection to life. Your connection to life is through your sense organs, particularly your mind. Don't forget that. This is a mistake that I feel that retired people have, is that they don't engage their mind anymore. It's a tragedy. It's a terrible mistake. You have to find something, have some passion. They call it passion or something. So Bush 43, he paints. And his paintings are actually worth a lot of money. I would.
Yeah, the saw tub.
The mind is not there. I don't see how he can create. I'm sorry. Okay? All these people, these great painters, I feel, create great masterpieces because they think about it night and day, ceaselessly. They think about it obsessively. You know what else? They're suffering. They can't stop thinking about it. This guy sits there. Oh, I like this. Oh, how beautiful. Most great artists are so creative because they're suffering so much. They are obsessed about it. And that's why they put everything they have into it. That's what it takes. You can't just you become a millionaire and say, okay, I work 5 hours a day, and that's how I reach my goal. Are you kidding me? It's not going to happen. It's like sacrifices. Okay? Anyway, I hope you become a millionaire. Okay? So I refuse to buy. I don't buy into that doctrine where you can simply allow yourself to die prematurely. Okay? Your mind has to continue to create. That's my beliefs. Yes, Daniel. And then after that, the girlfriend. Why?
It is my opinion that when you're retired, you have the potential to even help more people and also even more to the temple, meditate more, and help people when you're not meditating.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to do more. It's my thinking is that when you do more, then you live longer. You do less, you live shorter. It's my beliefs. But the reason before before you retire, work kills you. You ruin your health, physical health, mental health, in order to earn money. You don't have that danger anymore, but you still need to engage your mind. Okay? That's very important. Don't stop. Don't stop thinking. Don't stop plotting. Don't trying hard, because you die sooner. Yes, White.
Yeah, I also would like to share about using the mind. Like when I used to go to school, I have like a professors, during the work time, they have to write a lot of paper, a lot of stress. And then you get this break time, like winter break or summer break. When they come back, that professor, who happened to be a Chinese lady, she was like, I cannot wait to come back to school because during the break time, it feels like she become more stupid. Like your brain seems to retard. So it's really important. I guess there's a balance, especially for people who are always using their mind, like professors, to keep their mind keep working. And also like normal people like students, like I know somebody who is like a student who's really good in school, and then during the summer break time, he gets really bored. He can't wait to get back to school and then work on these challenging problems with his classmates. So this is really important, yes, keep your mind working. But that's for normal people though. For people who seem to meditate, especially if they do meditation, their mind, they don't seem to have that problem of the mind being retarded. Like even if they don't go to work, it keeps them more active. And actually when they meditate, it increases their brain power. They don't get retarded, even though they don't go to work.
Yeah, amen. Okay, so what is this Chinese character asked for? What does it mean? Huh? What does it mean?
So the dictionary says it's quiet, calm, tranquil, and peaceful. So it pretty much means, yeah.
Okay, so let me give you three aspects of the translation. I want to use three adjectives, okay, for this. An is at peace. So far, so good? Okay. 2, xian here, leisurely. Number 3, 洁净. 洁净 here is tranquil. 3 aspects. Okay? Whatever when you face with marks, can you remain at peace? Can you remain leisurely? Can you remain tranquil? 3 criteria I challenge you. These are masters talking about. Okay? I'm sure, I assure you, he means deeper than this. I explain to you in 3 things only, 3 ways only. Okay? I'm warning you, if you learn in Chinese, you do it and you meditate, you probably see more than I do. Okay? But for me, I will challenge you to 3 aspects, which is what he's teaching about. That's extremely useful for you when you engage with life. Okay? Can you, when you faced with marks, can you remain at peace? Okay? Meaning that people are so excited. Okay? You are at peace. When people are so scared and frightened, you are at peace. When people are so upset, because they yelled at, because they are, because people yell at them or slander them or insult them, can you remain at peace? All right, that's an. Okay, and then next one is xian. Xian is leisurely. Leisurely refers to the fact that don't fall prey to external pressure. Like the lady this morning, she says, I went to buy something at the supermarket. I walk around slowly, slower than before. And then I stood in line. You see that? She's slower. It's a leisurely thing. It's not that she's slower. Before, she was always in a hurry. I better get back. My husband's waiting for me outside in the car. Okay? My Uber ride is coming very soon. You know, right? I mean, you always have something you're worried about. You need to hurry, don't you? That pushes you to hurry, yes or no? Chicago. That's your state of mind. You're always in a hurry. Okay? So, leisurely is when you say, okay, if it comes, I deal with it. Okay? So, you flow with life. You don't have internal pressure to deliver. You don't fall subject to external expectation. They said, oh, you are so successful. Oh, you're so big. You're so sexy. You're so famous. You're so rich. You don't fall to external pressures anymore. You go about your life leisurely. Now you're retired. What's there to hurry you? Huh? You become leisurely life. That's what retired people are supposed to live. Leisurely. Not lazy. Leisurely. That's what this lady this morning was describing her state. It's a state of leisure. Is it clear? You go to the supermarket, everyone around you is milling around. Oh, I need to look for some carrots. And then what else do I need to do? Oh my God, my mom told me to get some milk. And what else? I forgot. What is it? Was it? You know, she's waiting. Leisurely. Huh? My husband's waiting for me. My husband waiting for me. What if he comes home and food is not ready? What kind of Korean wife am I? Shame on me. Okay? So leisurely. Okay? That's when you're fastest, by the way. When you're leisurely, that's when you are so fast. In what? In accomplishing things. When you need to do something, it's very fast so that you can continue to be leisurely. You got that? Because your mindset is leisurely, so that's why you do something very quickly so that you can go back to your leisure state. Leisurely state. No, you are. Okay, spy number 2. What the heck?
Challenge. Now, can you be lazily with your mind, you're no hurry, happy, while yet you're making somebody outside waiting for you impatiently, and that person is so upset?
I don't like your challenge. Why not? I feel offended. She called me lazily. How can I be lazily when someone's waiting for me? See what I mean? Lazily. I can be leisurely, but I cannot be lazily. Okay, that's my answer to you, ma'am. Yes.
Master, I think the lady was asking earlier that now that she's retired, somebody advised her to drop everything and come here to cultivate. And she's attached to her children because she loves them very much and she don't want to do that.
No, she would drive us crazy. Forget it. Sorry, we have limits, you know. Chanchi is good enough. Okay, we have our limitations. Okay, I cannot be lazily while someone is waiting for me. However, I can be leisurely, especially when someone's waiting for me. Yes, White.
My uncle, that he's very Catholic, used to do that to me, and I hated it with passion.
Try Buddhism. Buddhists, we love our uncles. No matter what they do to us, we love them. All our hearts. He's offended. He's, oh my God, how am I going to defend myself now in my faith? Go ahead.
And his excuse was that he was trying to teach me how to be patient. But I'm like, I've been waiting for you for almost 40 minutes, so I don't know.
Too many excuses. Okay? You cannot be leisurely when someone is waiting for you because someone help me complete this sentence. Because you cannot be leisurely when someone is impatiently waiting for you because see, that's one trick I learned. Wink to girls. They like it. No one winked to her. This is the first time it ever happened to her. Tell mommy, the man winked at me. Yeah? Hey, teach your cousin, wink at girls. It works all the time, in my experience. Yes, Green?
So, Master, what can we do to work leisurely? Because that happens to me every day at work. Like, I have patients waiting for me to get blood drawn, and they're always complaining, I'm hungry, I'm sleepy.
Yes.
Everything. So, what to do?
At work versus your uncle's waiting for you. It's two different situations. Okay? At work, you have no choice. Because when we work, we are paid by people's expectations. Our salary, our reward is based on how well we meet others' expectations. So we have no choice. You want to get promoted, you want to get more money, you got to get more recognition, you have to deliver more and more and more and more. So forget about leisurely. It's the wrong time. Sorry, okay? Actually, you should work faster. the way you deal with the pressure at work. How is that? Instead of trying to be leisurely, you should learn how to more effectively deal with pressure at work. How's that? That's a paying session. Okay? Okay. Because he has a job, so. Okay. What about lazily when people are waiting for you? You cannot leisurely go about your business when someone is impatiently waiting for you because why? Because I know you can't handle this. See, that's different between Mahayana and you people. Because see, first he winked at me and then he laughed at me. He says, "Mommy, this guy is incomprehensible." Yes, Q&A. See, that's when you hug your baby. Yes, we come here and let Mama hug you. Mama loves you. That's how you take advantage of it. Okay? Yeah. Q&A. Go ahead.
Hello? Is that because your compassion to the person who's waiting impatiently?
Nope. No compassion. Not me. My solutions really lack compassion. All my solutions, no compassion whatsoever. Yes, Green?
Is it because I can't drop the thought of somebody waiting for me?
Yeah, but something more practical. Anyone else? Huh? Yeah? Yes, Kath.
I would say that was not appropriate time to teach me at that point.
No. Boring. They lack originality, these people, Anyone else? Yes, sir. San Diego. Have you tried that San Diego Neapolitan pizza thing? Is it good? Really?
It's
darn.
It's pretty good, but I guess I'm not. That's the one with it's a very, very rich sauce. It's thin.
Very thin. Yeah. You want something thicker? Go to Chicago. Ask Chicago.
I'm not used to that style pizza. It was flavorful, but I'm not used to it.
Oh, good Lord, you're such an engineer.
Regarding that other,
he's real, like Mr. Engineer. Call me engineer. The pizza has to be thick. Good Lord, how can you stand him? Yes, go ahead.
I was just going to say, just common sense is that if a person's waiting for you, they're going to get afflicted and angry at you.
Uh-huh.
And then you're going to have to deal with that.
Yeah.
And if you're in a relationship,
so you can't be leisurely.
Well, you can, but there is going to be a consequence.
So you can't be leisurely.
You could, but then
how? How can you be leisurely?
No, I get you. Yeah, if you can't let it go and you can't drop it, then you're going to be afflicted as well.
So engineer. No. God. Yeah. Neapolitan pizza, Mr. Engineer, is supposed to be thin. And the sauce is supposed to be very flavorful. Not like American Pizza Hut or something, where everything is thick and everything lacks flavors. Never open a branch in San Diego. If you people are like that. Never mind. Okay, anyone. Why can't you be leisurely when people are waiting and are impatiently waiting for you? Yes, Thu Ha.
Master, if being leisurely is so important, I would leave the person at home next time.
Oh, good Lord, so woman-like. Okay, honey, I'm gonna go supermarket by myself because you can't wait for me in a hot car. You guys really, I don't envy you women. None of you women can come up with a solution for this. You go to supermarket, your man is waiting impatiently for you. And you say, oh, I better hurry because he's going to lose his temper and yell at me. Let him. Who's the boss? You like it? Train him properly. What's the matter with you? I told you, men are weak and needy. So who's the boss? Stop living in fear. Yes, Andres? Purple.
I definitely feel like I personally am not very patient, and it's something I need to work on. So when someone makes me wait, I actually try to look at it as a good thing. I mean, if I can. But if I'm making someone wait, it's easy for me to be afflicted because I know I'm making them afflicted, and like next time I see them, they're gonna unload on me.
Let me tell you, Joseph, it's going to happen to you too. Your woman is waiting for you impatiently in the car. What are you going to do? Are you the boss or is she the boss? These older men, it's too late for them, my boy. But you are our future. Who's the boss? I'm asking you. Yes, sir, agree. Go ahead.
She's the boss.
No spine. I know we're joking around, but this is the reason why you cannot be leisurely. It's because you can't handle him or her when she's like that. You're no fun. You have to learn to diffuse people's anger. You have to learn to diffuse the fuses, put out the fuses. Okay? That's all. It's so many ways you can do. For example, you women go to supermarket. You women go to supermarket. And your man is waiting for you impatiently. What do? You leisurely go about your business, and you come out with a bouquet of flowers. That works all the time, doesn't it? Oh, no, wait. The switch around. Let's switch around. That's you men have your better halves waiting impatiently for you in the car. You go out. Leisurely as well. Ta-da! I love you. There's so many ways to diffuse it. What kind of wimp are you? You can't diffuse an angry woman? And you've been learning Mahayana from us? Seriously, I take your rule name back. Go somewhere else. Jeez. Making me lose face here. Can't you even diffuse a person's anger? Come on. Where's your wisdom? You see? Because if you walk in the supermarket and you say, oh my God, he's waiting. Okay? Then you cannot do it leisurely anymore. So you can't enjoy it anymore. And now your mind is becoming engaged, becoming stuck. So when you go out there, you look at him and so sorry. How does it help? Just continue to be leisurely, and then before you come out, you say, okay, what do I need to do? See, when you're there, leisurely go about your business. When you leave, then say, oh, there's a problem here waiting for me in the parking lot. What do I do? Two different problems. Why do you mix a guy waiting for you? It's not a problem yet until you face him. No? For you, it's the same. For me, it's not. For me, right now, it's shopping. It's sacred. And then when you leave, there's a big problem in front. Let's fix it. What? You're not even impressed? Not impressed? Yeah, cheaters. You can't think of this, can you? I asked you the question, why can't you do it leisurely? It's because you don't know how to handle it. I'm so confident that after I'm done shopping, I enjoy myself, okay? And sample those things there in Costco aisles. Not even thinking about who's waiting for me outside. Who cares? And then 1 minute before, one more minute. Poor guy. And then before you leave, you know, I have a next problem here I need to face. And then you come up with something to fix it. There's so many ways to fix it. Get on your knees. Oh, I'm so sorry. Whatever it takes. Something he does not expect. Agree or disagree? You like it? Huh? Joseph, just between us, men, okay? You sweep them off their feet. Honey, I love you. Look at me. Look her in the eyes. You know what I was doing inside? Thinking of you. You know what I mean? That's how you fix the problem. Either you lie or you die. For me, it's no choices. I lie. Yes, Daniel.
I agree with everything, but what would you do if the wife is even way smarter than the guy?
Then you SOL. Marry a stupid woman. Okay. Anyone else? YouTube answer. Thank you for waiting. You see? And then wait, and then say, thank you for waiting. You see, it diffuses it. Go ahead.
Vicki says, I would come back to the car with a smile and say, honey, I got you something yummy, and when we get home, I will make it for you.
See, among other things. And Vicki walked differently. Okay, anyone else? It's so much fun. You guys look at the problem, it's, oh my God, he's going to be so upset at me. Oh, you're such negative thinkers. Okay, it's the challenge of turning a situation around, turning a table on him, turning a table on her. You know, make her fall, Joseph, madly in love with you. It's an opportunities. Don't you get it? You guys look at it as, you know, she's going to upset. But no, it's an opportunity because she's so upset at you. You swing it back, make you fall in love with you. You guys are such one-sided people. You live scared. That's why you cannot be leisurely. So far, so good? Leisurely. Tranquil. Tranquil refers to what's the difference between tranquil and at peace. Quickly, I'm running out of time. And then we stop. What's the difference between at peace and tranquil? Quickly. We're over time now. They're waiting. Why? Quickly.
Tranquil is when you are calm. At peace means that you are in Somalia or something like that.
Purple.
I feel like at peace has very little movement, or to no movement, while tranquil actually does have movement, even though it might be little movement, but it's more movement than at peace.
You're shooting yourself in the foot as usual. Anyone else? Let me give you the answer. At peace is tranquil in mind. See, that's why I translate these three things only. I want to teach you three aspects. At peace, your mind is at peace. No one can disrupt it. Wait, you get upset in the car, so be it. I'm at peace. Okay? Leisurely. I'm going to enjoy my shopping. Okay? Tranquil. What? Even if he threatens to divorce me, I still don't do anything. Okay? Well, let's not go there. Okay? It's the last resort. But tranquil is that you don't have any physical movement. He comes from you, and you say, you're tranquil. Because by the time from here to your face, it's still a lot of time for you to react. You understand that? Don't be scared. If you go like this, you're still tranquil. Can you be tranquil when you threaten? Only when you're faster than they are. I mean, we run faster. Like the what's that cartoon character? Roadrunner. Beep, beep, beep. Okay, thank you everyone. You are so boring today. Rebirth transference. Thank you all.